Hey, what's going on? Back with another one, back with another one. Okay. This is the Daily Dump Hump, the, I believe, the 15th edition. I got to see what's going on here. I got to see what's going on here because I might have to see because, yeah, this thing is rounding me up. I got to see what's live, what's going on. I have to get the setup. I don't like how you schedule it. And then, okay, we did that. I'm going to see what's going on here. Okay. It's not entertainment. I connect to the software or something. I don't like that. I don't like looking on my fucking phone. That's the only thing I hate about live streams. They like Restream done fucked up the format of the connector or wherever the hell it is. I do not like. We're on point. I just don't like bullshit. I had to set it up, and I don't like YouTube's little format. They need to fix that immediately. That's the format is killing us right there. It's a shitty format. I'm just gonna say it like that. I don't like the formatting part. I don't, because they fucking changed on their end and it's not connecting. And I gotta see which one is which. I ain't getting no light of shit. Damn it. Okay. Mm, just bear with me. Bear with. I'm getting pissed off. Like it's getting on my nerves at this point. Trying to stay calm to this shit, but things work my nerves, and I'm just like trying to relax here. Just y'all bear fucking with me because I gotta see who's in the chat. That's why I hate live streaming in general. That's why I'm just gonna kill it all together and do something else. But that's why I'm not doing this long term. I got to talk about a lot of shit to talk about. I'm gonna speed this up. This is getting on my nerves because I don't like Restream at all. I don't like they formatting this goddamn inflation. That's one thing. Yeah, I'm so sick of the word content creation. I just want to break someone's jaw if someone says that to me in person. Seriously, y'all been brainwashed by these gay ass boomers, man. Y'all don't know shit about technology. That's one thing I hate about this fucking internet world. Like in person, people on their goddamn phones 24/7. And what pisses me off is this bullshit. Thank you. Okay. This shit right here. I hate this formatting. That's the only thing I hate. This is goddamn formatting. Yeah, I understand, but yeah, that pisses me off. Like the only thing that I hate about the internet on this shit is it's the formatting, and that's why I don't like dealing with nonsense. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to be calm with this shit, and this is why I don't really focus on bullshit. That's why live streaming is terrible. Sometimes it died during the pandemic era, so I'm just getting frustrated doing this, and sometimes you just get irritated with the wrong shit. But it gets on your nerves sometimes. You got to deal with it and deal what you got. And shit like this happens all the time. So that's why I'm not really keen and excited about it. But we talk about these topics all the time. But what makes me mad is it's the bullshit. I'm just I'm just like I'm an irritant. Y'all just gotta bear with. I'm a fucking irritant for a reason. I get irritated like shit like this. And then we have formats that are trash and they expect you to participate and all this little bitch ass shit. That pisses me off. Like little shit like that irks my nerves. If it's not right, I'm not fucking with this format. The format is terrible. Like I try to be nice on here and try to be like, okay, you know, it's time to be an asshole on certain people. Sometimes you gotta just and I don't like setting up. That's the hard part Easy part is just putting up a live stream. It's cool, but the hard part is formatting this type of platform. And I try not to get frustrated as hell, but you know what I'm saying? Like you get irritated with bullshit. That's why I don't have a proper studio. If I had a studio, I wouldn't have no problems. That editing shit is played out. And that gets on my fucking nerves. Like the only thing I hate about live streaming is that shit. And then when you get used to it, I did this like 3 years ago and I learned from motherfucking StreamYards. And I'm glad I got rid of that shit because that shit was costly. And what irks my nerves is people with that weak ass support and that trolling shit. I had to cut a lot of shit down because a lot of bitch asses was all over the place. So let's see this right quick. Okay. So the Diddy situation is intense. I know people stop talking about it. He's got new cases and all that. The NBA season just started the opener. It's just typical. It's a stupid ass question. Why do we wear strings? Hell, why are you being a you know what on this platform? I'm so sick of the Telegram entertainment side of it. I do like the public Telegram, but I don't like the ones with the adult shit on it. It's kind of trash. You want some real shit? Go to them dark sites that you'll see. But folks, beware of spam and scamming. That is very common in today's election era, the circus era, and I've been dealing with a lot of BS last month. That's why I was so irritant last month. If my streams ain't really bopping like that, it's because I'm dealing with the bullshit the best I can, and it's a lot of bitch ass simps across the globe, and probably I don't like none of them to be honest with you. They always get popped on the streets. You already know, and a lot of people try to say baby daddies can't be sis. Yes, they can be because they always think about the box. That's why they're in these 2.0 manosphere spaces. If you look at the 2.0 manosphere, the five pillars of them niggas, you understand that they're all simps, right? 95% of them got simp stories. And I come to the conclusion, I've been knowing this, and life says, no, they all have simp stories. If you're a player wouldn't, I'm gonna tell you something what a player is. So for you slow niggas out there that don't know, the young ones that don't know, a player is a guy that got finesse. When I use the word finesse, you get hoes all day long. It's easy to get them without paying. Like I said, you got to pay to play. No, you don't have to do that. It's over with. That shit only applies to certain, well, a lot of niggas will apply to y'all, but that only applies before the pandemic, pre-pandemic, and before everybody was doing that. Now it's gotten worse, and they put us online, and we couldn't go nowhere. I just saw an interview with Charleston White explain that, but that's what when you get a lot of money, yeah, it's like that. But I ain't gonna waste it on no person that ain't gonna give me no value. You know what I'm saying? But you got these fake gurus and these players out here. They're really simps deep down, and they pay for it. They pretend to say they can get one, but they're lying online too. This is why I don't do relationship podcasts and bullshit conversation about females. You know why? Because it's blue pill behavior. Right there, 95% of you motherfuckers are simps. And the reason I say y'all fucking simps, y'all lame as fuck, and that's why these spaces are dead. See, that's why I don't fuck with y'all. I never had an issue have a conversation with a female. Never. And I don't even think about them because I already know they on BS. This is not a female's channel. This is not a pro center women's channel. I'm not trying to save y'all. Y'all know what y'all doing and keep doing your content nonsense about relationships. No one cares. Relationships is the last thing on my mind. Believe me, I'm good over here. The last time I had a relationship with someone, she was just trash. I stopped thinking about that shit in my 20s, man, and focus on me. And that's all I talk. I talk about male development on here. I talk about how to survive this economics in different situations in countries, cultures. I talk about historical shit, philosophy. I talk about basic semi-political shit. And then I also talk about things you can move different in life, especially in a state like this where I'm at. It's very common restricted It's hardly doing nothing. Now you have your situations, improve yourself, and all that. I'm not a relationship channel. I don't want to be. It's not great. I don't give a damn. That's just the ills of our people is still struggling. Why y'all worrying about populating? Hell, Charleston tell you he don't give a fuck about y'all. He's divisive. He told on himself in that Say Cheese interview that bullshit with Woody. Woody, yeah, Woody's a rat. Yeah, you dealt with him and you won too. And Charles said, I went to jail for a lot. I said, yeah, you a rat too and play the game banging shit. That dude's a liar, bro. That's why I don't listen to what he says. Now, I understand about his arrest. That was 2020. He said that was like 4 years ago before he got popular. And they gave him some money, and then he got those 2 strikes and he went on the straight and narrow. But that lets me know what type of person he is. He told on himself in that interview, and he said a lot of that shit that the other people put out is they changed it. Yeah, that's common. See, he even knows. He know the system. See, y'all niggas don't know the system. Y'all, and this is why he's no different too. Try to push this fake player shit. See, that's that 70s shit. From the 70s to somewhere around the 90s, that was standard. That's what set us down. Now, the 90s, we rebound on some of it, but a lot of that shit was played out. That's why you had simps. So simping was a big deal, I would say in the 80s and 90s, but really in the 70s, it was there. The whole time they masquerade as pimps and players, but real players know they get it. Now, if they did some crime, I ain't trying to condone people to do crime, whatever. That was the thing back then. They had all the hoes. Now you got dudes pretending to be those things in this 21st century. It doesn't apply anymore. You go to jail. They lock you up if you have racketeering, human trafficking, you name it. Look at the Diddy shit. That shit doesn't exist. It's a myth. The street shit was a thing at a time in the 90s. I say it wasn't a myth. It was never a myth. So Charleston tried to say it was a myth. No, it's a myth to him because he done told on somebody. It's not a myth. Shit's very real. It depends on who you talk to. They just don't broadcast it online like y'all do. But you got a lot of dudes that do. They're simps. I'm just saying for the record that most people that be doing relationship podcasts, relationship gurus, that 95% of them are simps. They don't give a fuck about nobody but themselves. This is to destroy the men, the righteous men that's trying to find something in life. You can't expect a simp to think. That's why you have a lot of simps in these spaces. The 1.0 barely had simps. You had a few in the corner, but you didn't have a whole lot like it's going to be a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to understand that this stuff is prevalent in the so-called black community. But you got niggas thinking that simping is not really a big deal. But it is on these platforms. See, when I look at Pop of the Balloon shows on reaction channels, I'm getting the observation of what's going on. Now, a lot of people don't fuck with me on this shit. That's cool. I don't care. On the playback, you'll see what's going on when you see what's up. So when you're dealing with guys like me going against the grain, going against the system, and I'm the least liked on here. And that's okay. I don't give a fuck. Because I already know live streams are bullshit nowadays because you don't get views like you used to. I get some on the playback. But a lot of these dudes, they think you're a certain way on the channel. I'm not. They just don't know the platform. Yeah, I talk about shit, but I don't get no views because there's several reasons. I don't tag my shit. And the very reason I don't tag my shit. And that's just it. I just don't want to get popped. Okay. Yeah. It is what it is. I'm just gonna deal with a whole lot. But what's gonna happen in all this in this turmoil. But yeah, it's an all-time high. People be simping for the wrong reasons. Like they'll simp for a lot of shit. And a lot of people try to say, how can you not say you're a simp? I don't be simping for no hoes, bro. Especially no females or nobody. Now in relationships, that's different, because It's you too. That's not simping. Simping is like when you beg for attention or intimate moments and your intimate moments. You shouldn't beg for that. Then you got these dudes that buy these rented cars, these Lamborghinis, and pretend that they're players and they not. And Wall's production is probably the best channel to look for reactions. He breaks down what people are doing. And a lot of people said they ain't gonna hit these celebrities. Now I disagree with them on that. It depends on what area you live. Now, if you live in areas like where I live at in Georgia, you'll see a lot. But this state is so nonchalant, they don't care about that celebrity shit. He's just a regular person. They think LA's all that. LA ain't shit, bro. Those guys are losers and they can't even get females. Let's just keep it real. Just because you're in LA don't mean you can get girls. I don't believe anything what another man said. I don't care if you're from South Central or anywhere. Y'all are not getting girls like that. I just don't believe y'all. I don't, because you niggas are simps too. Y'all fight over the dumbest shit. And that's in general. I'm not just saying where y'all from. It's the United States in general. Y'all niggas ain't getting pussy like that. Let's cut the bullshit, bro. Y'all don't even show the females. That's why I don't take no dudes. It's a dating coach or a fake player. These fake, you know what's. It's a lot of fake pimping on here, and I don't support pimping at all. But it's a form of simping too. It's the same shit. A lot of people try to say it's two different things. No, it's not. It's the same shit. Because deep down, they're simps too. You never see a pimp controlling females. See, they give you a false perception what a pimp is. No, a pimp controls the process of the money. He wants to be a middleman, but he's still a fucking simp. All of them wasn't really players like that. Let's keep real. It's a handful, but the majority of the time they're really simps. And they always get popped by the opposite gang. If the gangs have pimps in their corner, they get wiped out. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Most gangs are suckers, man. A lot of people don't like that gang shit. That gang shit was cool when it was brainwashed back in the days in the 90s and on up to the early 2000s. That shit died probably since in my 20s, bro. It actually died when I was like 2009, 21. That shit, and when everybody started telling, probably from 2010 to now, I'll say 2012 to now, that's when you see everything cease. And you don't see people out here knocking heads off as usual. See, everybody done folded. If you look at the young thug trial and the YSL shit, that's a bunch of BS. And you already know Woody did it and he did all this stuff. He was trying to get a lighter sentence. He didn't want to go back to jail or do some real time. See, a lot of people just get caught up on the dumb shit, but don't realize that a lot of people are on to your bullshit. So be mindful of what's out here with these relationship channels, these reaction channels that do the popular balloon shows. They have a different perspective of what they're saying. They sound decent, good for content, but I don't take any word they say seriously. And I don't, because they're not really about that. They get exposed in person. I gotta see it. I gotta see in person. Are you really like that? And most of these dudes are not. So don't expect these people to help you. They're not going to help you. That's why I don't listen to anything they say. I don't care how young he is. Xavier is immature. He's not even 25 years old or my age to understand that females always move like that. He never had one that challenged him. See, that's what happens when he's in idolatry. He's a Christian, I believe. That happens to him. He's just like everybody else. I'm not gonna argue with another motherfucker. You from the West Coast and you're delusional going by looks. Looks don't matter end of the day. It only matters to a certain female that they want, and then after that, he gets cheated on. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to have relationships. They can't. These guys from out there can't tell me nothing about women. They can't. They're suckers. That's why a lot of women, or shall I say females? Excuse me, females that look at these dudes as lame, bro. And I don't use the word women this, women that. Real women won't tolerate dudes like him. And he's gonna put his dreads back in. And those females do not like dreads. Some do, some don't. The popular balloon show shows what type of females y'all dealing with. They said they're not all the same. No, they all had the same mentality. The modern female does, yeah. Every woman's not the same. That's true, but they are the species of a female type because they don't act like women. Real women wouldn't be online looking for no man. She'll look for a man if it's warranted on both sides. See, people's online, they looking for sexual intimacy. That's what they're online for. 95% of people online is looking for sexual intimacy because these relationship talks are BS. They're just another way to control you sexually. So the blue pill thing is utilitarian, right? When I always talk about utilitarianism, this is the very thing right there distracts all these dudes, and that's why you got a lot of simps roaming around the earth being brainwashed like on these platforms on social networking and what they ignorantly call social media by the boomers. That's what they call it. That's actually for YouTube only. All these other medias, Twitter's not a media. It's not real. It's fake. They be telling lies on that platform known as X now. Instagram. Don't listen to idiots that ain't talk to people in real in person to justify what's real, not. But it does imitate life. I don't use the word real world. I live in the realistic world. It's already a real world. Yes, the internet outside, yes, but realistically, I wouldn't mess with that person. That's all I'm saying. But you niggas act like, oh, is this way or that way? No, nigga, y'all love simps. That's the problem. Simps ruin these spaces and pretend to be men. And they're not men, but the number of males got issues. And then when they get a passport, they're definitely simps. They said, why is tricking simp, sir? Well, tricking is a form of simping. And these females don't give a fuck about you. In most countries, I would never travel as Latin America. I'll visit, but I'll never stay there for a long term. It'd be short term. And I'll dip. That's just me personally. I would stay away from countries that ain't worth a damn. Now, Europe, maybe. Some in Africa, maybe. But I'm just saying, like, it's not worth it. Like, it's not worth anything. Life said traveling's bad. No, traveling can be safe. Just don't, like I said, be normal. Everybody knows how to be normal. But these dudes want the box. So how can they tell? So somebody's lying on their perspective. And you got Alvin Priester and say, oh, you can't just, you got to do this and that. That's cap. If you travel, you're going to be your damn self. If you dress a certain way, that's how you dress. You can't blend in with the crowd. Don't blend in with the crowd. Just bust them in the mouth. That's all you do. If he's a person that lived there, you knock his wig back. It happens all the time. I know people that travel and they bust them in the mouth. They don't walk up to America. No, they go to jail. They don't do that to LeBron James, everybody else. So I don't want to hear it. When you got these expat fake motherfuckers that's lying to you, they need to be quiet. They're the reason why the shit is fucked up. I don't support these the pedal boys, what I call them, the lost boys in general. So they can't tell me about people traveling. I know some people that traveled that I was in the workplace where he traveled to Europe and he was fine. But don't tell no lies, man. What's your experiences? How's it like? How the people treat you? That's it. Just stay away from Latin American countries. I appreciate did something like that. Someone got murdered in a Latin American country trying to look for some butt and some ass. I mean, excuse me. But I'm just saying, like, y'all niggas is fake, bro. Talk about dumbass shit. And this is why I hate these conversations about traveling. Like, y'all some bitch ass niggas, man. Y'all ain't talking about nothing historical. Y'all talking about be safe and all that. That's cap. That's you niggas that like ass. Like, y'all the ones say don't go over there. Well, people, if they want to do it, let them do it. I had an issue with that too 3 years ago. I let it slide for 3 years. But other than that, I said, man, I knew this conversation was bullshit. I don't care if I haven't been nowhere or anywhere. It's not impressive. It's not. It's nice, but it's not impressive. What you do over there to build. You didn't build with the people over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you niggas is bitch made. Y'all ain't. And Charles said niggas don't travel. That's these type of niggas that don't travel. That's why they lame. They're simps. Even the ones that do travel are simps too. They're on the same level. Even the baby dad is a simp. I try to tell y'all about that. Y'all try to say baby dad is not. 95% of them, they die every day by the opposite dude. They always said they had that in the 90s. Y'all don't know shit. I've been around people that did that shit and was proud of it. And we create this baby mama epidemic of being, and you know, a lot of these dudes be simps and got them pregnant and don't want to take their responsibilities. That's you dudes complain about you ain't getting a relationship because y'all simps. They always gonna look at you as simps. That's why y'all worry about OF all day. Y'all worry about all that stuff all day because y'all simps. Y'all have podcasts, y'all simps. You suckers. That's why I can't stand y'all's channels half of the time because 95% of that shit is garbage, man. That relationship shit that y'all talk about is blue pill talking points, not red pill talking points, because red pill means go against the system, it means awareness. That's red pill. That's the true red pill, the science of dealing with this shit and all these damn systems that we're dealing with. Y'all dudes want to talk about pussy all day. That's y'all's damn problem. And that's the truth. I mean, anybody could say, "Oh, they're not talking about that." They're exactly what they're talking about. Exactly what people talk about all the time, and a lot of people get mad when we bring it up. It's the truth. So when you talk about it, 95% of your content is trash. Immediately trash. I'm just saying, like, you got to look at this stuff and keep this shit real, man. That stuff is just annoying by default. And then when I look at these reaction channels, shouts out to App and all them, let me share it on their platform, and just it's just pathetic. Shouts, he's doing his thing, y'all support him. But I just want to know, people need to just get real with it. Be real with yourself. All these dudes got all these stories, and when you have a simp story, I question you and your sexuality, man. That's just the truth, man. Like, a lot of people just get mad over dumb shit, and we know what time it is, and we know it's tough on the wins of our people. But we know I've been listening to a lot of shit lately. I've been chilling, but a lot of you dudes, y'all be tripping about the wrong shit. So it's crazy. A passages has fallen overboard on Taylor Swift's theme cruise. Tells people to search for the 66-year-old woman who fell Tuesday night. Oh, it's just an article. Okay. All these damn articles. And then you just look at the things, what's going on. But people just get caught up on the silly stuff. But I understand that people just don't like the fact that you see this stuff all the time and you be like, all right, you know. And this one, I saw AQ's reaction. He said something about the girl wanted to date, and they only met each other 3 days. And then I saw another one that was upset, and he went to a wedding. He's the one with the plait on his head. And I've seen that one, and he picked that one. And the key word she said before he cut her off, and then she had a baby daddy. He nothing but a simp. Like I said, he walked away. That's because he's a simp. 95% of them are simps. They're not tough guys. I'm trying to tell you, most of their BDs are nothing more than simps. I'm sorry. They get popped every day. They don't last long. They don't live long. They're suckers in real life. And we know that. Now, I'm not disrespecting the ones that do take care of their kids and all that. Like, I'm saying, I'm just ranting and raving right now on this platform. If y'all listen to this or in the clouds, where I'm not dissing y'all, I'm dissing the ones that be complaining in these spaces. If you ask any questions, I'm dissing the ones that's not in the street life. You got some are in the street like some are, but they usually simps 95% of the time. But the other percentage, they're lower. If they're a good guy trying to get away from that shit, he's a reformer. Yes, you are a reformer. I have to say it. You're a reformer. You're not in that life. You want to be a civilian and you try to take care of your kids. That's a rarity. A lot of people try to say that's the majority, blah, blah. That's a lie. That's a rarity. You can say that's 10 to 15%, but it's not even higher. See, they give you fake statistics, a lot of them. That's lies. The dudes they deal with, they're simps too. They overpower you. They're the majority. Like, come on, man. Let's get over it. Let's cut this out. Show a real statistics. How many of them been in prison? They're still simping for the pussy. I'm sorry. They pay to play too. Y'all don't know the street shit. Y'all think you do, but you don't. Because I've dealt with some people when I dealt with in the dealership in conversation, they tell me they used to do that, and that's all they complain about. Why do you think Corey Holcomb talks about the way he does about them? They let him get away with that shit because they know they can't touch him. They go into prison. They doing jail time. You can't touch these celebrities. They got security, bro. That happened 22 when he did to that boy, dissing them Chicago sissy ass drill rappers. That dude wasn't gonna do nothing. He was gonna get his head knocked off. And Al 22 is worse than Black because they the same type. They both Edomites. No one gives a damn about neither one of them. And I'm just saying the ones that know the real, but the fake ones they're gonna follow because they stupid. It's like the rest of you niggas act like simps on here, and y'all complain about the same shit over and over again. That's why y'all simps to me. And y'all the main ones, the reason why a lot of people don't want to deal with y'all in person. See, I'm dissing the so-called manosphere, the 2.0 space, the ones that always complain about the single moms and all that, but y'all want to be baby daddy number two. Lop said they don't. Yeah, y'all are, because y'all the same type of archetype. Y'all have the same problems. You know about everything about it, and that's why y'all ain't got no real content outside. You don't go up against the other baby moms of other groups. You don't. So I don't take this so-called black space seriously, because y'all suckers in real life. Y'all can't do nothing besides complain. And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I know off rip y'all ain't like that. Y'all really not like that. I'm just keeping it real. Like I'm just knowing what a simp is, and I know what a simp is. Simps are beggars. They looking for attention, and that's why you got to be careful saying they're innocent and all that. No male or man is innocent. If you did some simp ass shit, you lose your man card. You always gonna be a sucker, and that's what they got. You can't reform that. So that's why the manosphere lost its true identity of manhood. You have to apply that shit. They say you need simps. No, you don't. Simps are a liability. That's what's wrong with society. You don't need simps and beggars. You need people that's doers and build the shit and keep building. That's what builds societies. Most other cultures fail to do that, and they get conquests by other countries, and you see why no one's not dominant. That's that parity bullshit. If we get rid of that relationship with the parity shit, so you get what I'm saying? But I understand what's going on with people. They just gonna be online and just to talk. So that's just it. So I ain't looking at nothing valuable. Let's see something. Let's see something real quick. Yeah, it's just getting crazy on here. But that's the thing about live streaming and then cut it close and then do whatever. So you know, let me step away real quick. I'll be back. I'm gonna be on mute. I'm gonna be right back. Try to get hydrated. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Yeah, sometimes a lot of dudes be simping so hard they don't know when to stop, and they complain on every platform. So I follow what's the trend going on with these live streams, recordings, the stupid ass popular balloon shows. Live says a male spin. Technically, it's not. It's to observe who's being a fake player and who are the simps. This is desperation of the females, man. Like that's designed to fuck both sexes up, men and women. But you losers that watch the shit, y'all the very reason why the entertainment shit is what it is. It's trash. That's why, and it's only niggas that watch that shit. They laugh at us, man. They laugh at us as a collective. I laugh at this too. It's stupid, but they just prove our points how pathetic they are. So it's a disaster of us, yeah. But you motherfuckers allow that shit because y'all weak. Y'all soft, man. Let's not act like y'all ain't soft. Cut the shit, man. Y'all gotta stop and just start telling the truth. It's just the truth. Like a lot of people just get caught up on silly shit. I understand that people don't like each other on platforms and YouTube and all that. I understand that. I understand that wholeheartedly. A lot of people just get emotional, then they get attached, and then they can't stand one another, and then that's just I understand that because when I start doing these live streams, I try to keep them apart, because basically I'm just saying like we see what it is. Title's fucked up. Okay, I don't know why this is like that. Extra damn 5. Okay, let's change. Okay, good. But it just goes to show you. But yeah, I talked about early about why people are chasing at these hoes and these females for the popular balloon shows and the combination of what's going on in the so-called dating world. Dating world is nothing but a blue pill ritual. It's just when people get caught up and they have problems with relationships. I'll never forget back in the days of my days of dating. I'll say from 2008, from '09, and when I stopped prior to the 2009 and above of the 20th century, dating was very simple back then. Yes, you had to have some conversation and some wits and looks about you. It was standard. That ain't applied to those eras. Now, in the 21st century, they try to say it did. Yes, it did. It was some moments. But when 9/11 happened, it changed everything. Everybody wasn't unified like that. And then after that, before the '08 crisis, everybody, and then the Katrina thing. Yeah. But it died during the '08 crisis when money was tight and thin. And that's when things start going left. Now, I saw on Wall Street broke it down what happened. Let's talk about the '08 crisis. That's what that movie is about. And it was very telling. Been to the military, stressed out, and you can't get nobody to get the attention of what you need. It really pisses a lot of people off. And the money was low. And then they try to say the money's come back. And this is when scamming became a thing after the '08 crisis. Scamming actually started, this type of internet scamming started in 2009. If you pay attention, it's run rampant ever since. And then after that, when I lost my first channel on YouTube, it was 2012. So 2009 to 2012, that's where it all started and it began. That's when the hacking became increasingly crazy. And it's got worse now. Now it's gotten better because if you do that now, you're going to prison. They got your IP address and you're done. Especially if you have a Google account, if you have a Google Mail, they're gonna track that person. So it's been good so far since I set it up. I was like, okay, I set it up. And then they said this is a cybersecurity month. So y'all be careful out here with these spammers and these scammers. They try to get your money and all this stuff. That's why I don't deal with people like that. They up out of here with that. So yeah, be careful with your carriers on the cell phones. Be careful with your people's on those things. But a lot of times people get caught up on the wrong shit. So they expect you to do and play ball on this other stuff. But you gotta understand, yeah, it's 41 minutes. Okay, I got 41 minutes. I could talk for like a couple more minutes. And when the hour mark hits, I'm gonna talk to y'all about like 3 or 4 minutes, and we're gonna talk about a segment of why to avoid on those shows. Now we're talking about it in passing right now. So yeah, a lot of dudes they said, "Sir, why do you think Sir E, Sir O, whatever you want to call me, says why are these guys? Why do you say baby daddies are simps? They are. If you really study the semi hood culture or hood culture, is usually what it is. The player, he's won a lot of rosters of females on his hand. Say he got the numbers, right? Those are players. And players don't be online like that and giving people advice. No, it's not to be sold or told. They got that from Snoop Dogg. A song said the game is not to be sold or told, which is the stupidest saying of all time by Snoop. Snoop's a good artist, probably top 10. He ain't one of my favorites, but he's a good caricature. But he had the dumbest sayings that this clown nigga that I used to be on the platform, the prophet, y'all know who I'm talking about, had the stupidest sayings I ever heard. That's from Snoop. The game is to be, the game is not to be told, but he said, what's that saying? He said, I just repeated earlier. Okay. He said, the game is to be sold, but not told. The dumbest sayings of all time I've ever heard. I used to hear that saying when he said that shit on his albums years ago in 90s and 2000s. I never understand what he meant by that. I know what he meant by it. It's actually dumb. That only applies to the era that he was making that music. That shit's dead. He knew people was gonna get locked up for it eventually when the internet got so police state driven, blue pill driven. I try to tell you, utilitarianism rules the land. It rules America. I try to tell you, I voted this past last week. I ain't gonna tell you who I vote for, but I'll tell you what was on that ballot. It had President Trump on top of the list in Georgia. If you live in Georgia, and I was in the senior citizen, what you call it, voting thing, early voting thing, their little center, right? It's just a center. I'm not a senior citizen, of course, so don't get it twisted. But I'm just saying there's other places you can vote. But I was in Cobb County, right? Well, one thing I saw on that ballot was Trump on top. They said it was going to be alphabetical order, so they lied. They put Trump on top. That's the insecurity that people think he's going to win. Kamala on the bottom, and then yes, I saw the Libertarian, he's trash, and Jill Stein, her ass is trash, and Cornel West is an independent. If you get about it anywhere in the United States, Cornel West is on the bottom of the independent list. There's two independents, one Green Party, her ass, and Libertarian. Then you got the Democrat above them of the Libertarian, that's Kamala Harris, and then number one. This is in Georgia. Now I don't know how it is like everywhere else. Now Trump's on top of the list when I early voted. That's some crazy shit. Not surprised, but I did it with a machine. You can do it all times, but I ain't gonna tell you who I vote for. It's no need. It ain't nobody's business. I don't care who y'all vote for. That's fine with me. It ain't gonna change the fact that they already gonna answer pick the person they want the the extension. Now, if you want to vote for the other guy, like, hey, 3 assassination attempts, it don't look good for him. Somebody's trying to get him up out of there. That's a money thing. But I'm just saying, when you go voting, I'm just talking brief and voting, like I said earlier in the stream. I talk a little bit about semi-politics a little bit because it's a circus area. I'm gonna watch it next month and keep an eye on it. And they said November 5th, I'm gonna watch it and keep an eye on it. And just keep it in circulation. Get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know when November 5th is. Like, we're gonna talk about this stuff. So I'm gonna say it's 2:45. I got plenty of time, bro. Plenty of time. So let me see right here. Yeah, my channel is decent. Like I'm trying to, try my best to build it up as I can. But I'm gonna stick to live streaming. Might well January, you ain't gonna see me in January until I'm gonna push it back to. I'll do some recordings in January just to get y'all up to speed. Not on the first, but I'll get you after New Year's. I'll probably do something. Just drop a recording. You can see it, and then I'll do another one, a recording. January is a wild month. I'm not going to do a lot of content, not a lot of live streaming and all that. It's pre-recorded content, but I'll do some content in January because I was absent, like inactive and all that. But in December, I'm just going to take a long break. You'll see one live stream, probably one, and the rest I'm just off. I'll drop some recordings in December, just recordings, and we'll talk about a little historical shit and all this other stuff. And I might end the historical route in December. I'm gonna put it to you now. November, I'm gonna talk about it until in the Thanksgiving holiday or pre. I'm just gonna just not do anything for that weekend and all that. I'll give you some recordings earlier, and then probably 2 live stream. I'll see. I have to schedule it at certain times, and we'll see. But you'll get the picture. But December, I will go all in on those two and just keep it like that. So the format is not really changed whatsoever. So I got to see what's up this year. So yeah, it's pretty much going on now. The terrorist thing overseas. I'm not going to talk about that. That's foreign policy. I don't need it. There's no need to talk about that. We are. I know how I feel about that. I can't say on this sorry platform because they can't let you say certain things what you want. See, I really go in depth on that. That's like you go Freemasonic with it, or you want to go basic geopolitics and all that. I don't care about all that bullshit that y'all talking about because y'all don't know shit. That's not what it is. That's fake history by Esau. See, if you study Esau, you understand he don't give a damn. He lies to everything. Now it's coming out and everything's crushing him. He can't lie no more. See, the information is out there. You got Jag exposing everybody. Everybody says she gonna go. She ain't going nowhere. I'll just make shit up. Especially these podcast channels and things like that talk about and they're stuck on this gender war bullshit. The gender war is dead. It doesn't exist. It only applied to us back in the day in the 1.0 era and all that stuff. The fake gender war shit started during the pandemic and it wasn't real. Neither side did not win. It was just bitch niggas that were really simps. And the Kevin Samuels thing, I'm gonna break it down to you. KS was a sucker. He had simp followers. Okay, and they kept saying he's God for this government. No, he ain't. He's just a clown like the rest of these niggas. He took talking points from that particular sect of the manosphere, had a lot of narcissistic women like him and in them, and these simps, these utilitarian folks think they got something, and they actually sound like suckers. That's why you got all these damn podcasts. I have to agree with Supreme Elder DJ Music. He broke that down. Yeah, the reason why you got all these podcasts ain't because of Kevin. No, it's because a combination of losers that believe in Kevin. Kevin didn't give a fuck about him, but himself. I'm trying to tell you, he's a community narcissist. He don't give a damn about nobody himself. I never liked Kevin. I never subscribed to shit. I never fucked with him. And fuck his followers. They think a lot and look at him. They ain't got nobody. That's why people don't want to hear it. They already knew y'all's talking points from X, which was formerly known as Twitter at the time, and they know everything about you. You can't talk shit like you do on the internet with these females because they already know your profile and all that stuff. They laughing at you in these chat rooms, panels from a distance, sky watching you, and they clipping your ass. The reason I'm saying that's the norm. So when you talk like me and understand that simps have value in some aspects, but actually hinders you at the end. Y'all gotta understand the game, bro. They don't care nothing about you like that. They're just there to use you. And that's just bottom line. Pop your head out. Yeah. Let's see what's going on here. I was playing home front too, one of the classics they have, whatever. I don't know if they ever make a game like that again. That's too much realistic. What's going on? It talks about North Korea being the standard, trying to invade. I believe they be hacking people too. This is a lot of stuff going on with the scamming and spamming and shit. I deal with that a lot, and then that came from T-Mobile and or any big carrier because everybody's got your numbers and shit and try to know who you are and all this other stuff. But yeah, podcasting it's always rising if you have a certain like now Cam and Mace. I love their show every morning. They just had Vernon Maxwell this morning. I saw what they talk about Bronny and his son. Let's talk about Bronny and his son. Bronny is gonna be all right. I don't think he's gonna be a basic role player. He'll be all right because of what's protecting him is his dad, right? But the thing about it is, his dad to me is overrated. I already know that. And some people try to say he never took steroids. Now, Shell's son is the only one that challenged him on that steroids EPO stuff. So LeBron better be careful. And a lot of stuff I heard Jag was on Ticket TVs the other week, and I saw it on Ticket TV. I told my mom about it. And when Jag slipped something out about LeBron, if something comes out about that steroid shit, um, it's over for LeBron. I just don't see him. When you got ties to Diddy and all this stuff, and then Diddy knows everybody. He's like Epstein. He's on that level. That's why I say Epstein 2.0, because you don't know what he's feeling. This is too much for Diddy. See, a lot of you dudes think this is a game out here, but it's not. They're not playing with us like that. So we know what time it is. Man, I need a new hell, I need a new um cables out here. Mine's kind of dusted. I got the ones I'm actively using. It's collecting dust and all that. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm talking to you, and this, the microphone is dark, whatever. So let's see something real quick. All right, let me turn something up. Hold on. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm on my other mic. Okay, this works. Okay. Okay, on this side. Okay. Yeah, it's just crazy when they talk about Diddy. Okay, so that's far as it go. Okay, 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 okay. Let me turn this off. Yeah, yeah. It's basically I was trying to test my mic out. Okay, my other mic works. We'll see something real quick. I ain't use this in a minute. Start hanging back. Yeah, yeah. But the Diddy thing, I think it's just like, I'm just setting back right now, just trying this other mic out. And yeah, I had this one from Thirsty Thrills. If you heard this is the mic that I use, and the one I'm using now is a modern mic for when you see on podcasts and stuff like that. They're good mics, they're reasonable prices. If you have the money, you good. I don't know what the inflation prices on these. They're probably crazy right now. Same microphone, same microphones I've been using. been consistent with it. It's just like I don't be doing a lot of recording on these. I may have to do some in the future, but yeah, sometimes I can use these on panels if people invite. If I come up there and talk, I talk like this all the time. But a lot of people just get caught up on the Manosphere stuff, the talking points who claiming they red pilled. I heard they call them the Rim Brothers, but I call them Bim Brothers. They blue pilled as hell. Talking about relationships, distractions that the men do not need. It's really stupid. And they're all dumb as hell because we have the same problems as a people that we don't even like ourselves. And that's the problem why I have with these live streams that talk about relationship content. They're all trash as hell. I try to start this one channel, and there's several. They're decent, but these dudes always talk about relationships. Ain't got no substance of no knowledge of nothing else. And that's why I hate these dudes in these male or men spaces. That's all they talk about. I mean, it's more than life than just that. There's other hobbies, other things you do. Women is probably last on the list. We talk about just joke around with them, and that's it. That's all I did with them. But other than that, they're not important. I just scurry off. Like I don't even mention them unless this is like entertainment. That's all they are. You know, the females out there claiming to be women, but they really don't act like it. They just there for entertainment because that's the modern day female, or they will say modern woman. They're the females, and then the women get mad. Oh, you talk about all of us. No, you just act like a female. You're not a woman. If you're a woman, you wouldn't be online um looking for the peen, looking for the D, should I say. I got blocked by Shaq's comment or spam, or someone spammed it. I had to cut his ass off too. He had a decent channel. He's a reaction channel. Um, I just had to unsubscribe to him because my comment didn't show. I said something inappropriate. I guess YouTube blocked or whatever, but he's monetized. He's a clown anyway. And then they gonna screw him with the monetization. So the stuff he be saying, and you got 378,000 subscribers, man, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Nigga, you ain't even funny. You're a clown. Another clown. Another sucker. A simp. Let's keep it real. That's why I can't fuck with these dudes and these mics, man. Like, I'm not one of them. I mean, yeah, I have a mic on the side. That's just for content purposes. Sometimes I can talk without a microphone. I've done that. Go watch my old shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the evolution. I'm competing with these assholes, but I got the decent mics. My mics are mid-tier for a reason. It's me. I ain't trying to be like everybody else. Yes, I have a handheld right now talking to y'all. I used to do this on live show a lot when I had Thursday Thrills and all this stuff. But what I'm saying is today's subject we're talking about is these sorry ass blue pill relationship content uh creators that we see. They said, why are you talking manosphere code? It is code. This is not manosphere. This is a men, not manosphere. We already man and men. This is a male space centric, a mix of the totality of the world. I'm just not helping the dudes here. I'm helping everybody, even women included, that wants to know if their husband is out here listening to these clowns and try to divorce y'all. If y'all stay married, but if you don't want to get married, don't participate. It's really that simple. If you have kids, it's understandable. Don't I'm sick of broken families and simps. Just don't make the mistake. It's really that simple. Don't have kids. But most people don't practice abstinence. Why? Because they're losers. That goes for all races. People are desperate. Now, in the human species, yeah, reproduction is cool. I'll talk a little bit about that, but not as much. But man, it's just like when they get on these platforms and these panels arguing about the same old shit, they're stuck in the matrix talking about nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's just it just goes to show you that a lot of people are just dumb, man. They just be on bullshit. I get it, but it's redundant to me, you know? Yeah, this mic is working very well. Very well. I love this mic. This is my AKG. I love this mic. This is the one I use for Thursday Thrills. It may not get a whole lot of views, but the other one it does. I won't sound dark on it in a minute. I won't switch. Hold on for a minute. Yeah. it's just the same thing. Okay, I'm on my SM58. Okay, good, good, good. I got that mic. That thing is durable. That's the one good. You can start out with that. That I think it's still $100 still. I don't know if inflation probably went up. It costs $100 at the time before the inflation thing hike. This mic is cheap that I'm what you're hearing right now, man. I had this thing probably since 2020. I had this for 2 years. It's been in use. I put it on live streams, Wednesday night live streams. Man, this thing went to hell and it's still usable. I like it. If I'm on panels, I'm definitely pulling two mics I'll use. Them two right there. And it's wonderful to have these things. And I had the money for them. I saved my money up and get them. All right, let me go back to the other mic. As what I'm saying, but it's a similar mic. They both have the same thing. I'm with the other one that's on the stand that I got. That's the one I'm talking y'all with. But yeah, I had to try these handhelds out. Yeah, so my shit works. Okay, I just got to test and see. I got to get me a new XLR cable. I might have to get something or go to that micro store or something because them things is crazy. But that monster cable's lasting. That's the one I get. I might have to get Sweetwater. I have to get another one. I gotta measure if that's a 10 or whatever. I think that's a 10. I need a 10. I need another one. I have to get a bag for these. I had to get certain mics, but I'm keeping the ones I got. I have microphones for days, man. I know they said, "Sir, is the mic God like the prophet?" No, no, he's a fool. He's got gas. I'm not that. I got a handful of mics. I got handhelds, this one, and then I got the ones that are condenser that I use. The one you saw on the pre-record, that's currently I'm using now. I love that one. That was for pre-record content. I talk in that. Yeah, it's a good mic to use on recording. And sometimes I don't use it on live stream. That's the mic I sometimes use in standard. But I use this mic that I'm talking to y'all now is standard proof now. So yeah. So this one I'm using, I think these niggas using? They call it the MV7. This is the MV7X. I got the X. So I just want to go straight to the box that I'm on. I'm on a box. I'm on an audio box. It's called audio interface. I need a new one so bad. I think I won't get that first. I might get that in December. I might upgrade to that just to see. I'm not really into no gear just yet. But if something happens to it, I'll get the same one, or if I want a different one, I might have to get the same box that's compatible with this. If I see it and I talk crispy clear, yeah, I'll be talking to y'all more often. I might see it in the micro center and test it out. Oh, duck this. NFL player hilariously pays off Ohio State Oregon by, oh, Lord. But, but yeah. Oh, it's 306. Okay. Okay. what I'm talking about. Yeah, back to the relationship, pop of the balloon shit. Yeah, a lot of these dudes are losers, bro. Like there's simps out there. You got some that are players I've seen on Arlette shit. That's done by design. Now a lot of people calling her she's just married. No, she could be one of them. She thinks just like these dudes. Not these dudes, these females. And she's okay woman, but she don't give no the host is terrible. But her husband's a sucker. Think about it. Ain't no telling what Arla did. She came from, I think they came from Jubilee. They're one of them types. That's why the show is so dumb. But it goes to show you that a lot of dudes get caught up on it. See, Melly did something similar like it. She calls it the pineapple show. You get kicked off and they find the next dude. That's basically what it is. Like Pineapple and Pop the Balloon, they stole the idea from the Pineapple show from Melly. Melly had an interesting concept. Remember, in the pandemic when I was watching her back in 2021, it was minute. But she's engaged to Gilbert Arenas, right? So they're engaged, if y'all notice. But then you look at her content, it's soared. Oh, she had I think a OF mine. Her name was King Steph. Crazy, right? And I think I showed y'all that with Absalom. Shouts out to him. King Steph is a well-known, I think, Instagram OnlyFans model, and she's in that BBW community, by the way. And they get those tummy tucks and them fake surgeries, and they can't have children. And you have to see a pregnant one that had a tummy tuck. I'm just gonna keep it real. They probably take all the guts out. Real crazy ass shit, ain't it? But that goes to show you what time it is. But that's just to show you that people go on there just for clout, and that's the things. That's all I got. But we talked about everything. Yes, a little rant and rave in the beginning of the stream, but it goes to show you that in tough times you endure. So, shouts out to everybody. If you watch this on the playback, salute to y'all, to whoever came through the feud. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, we're gonna talk about more of this all the time. But live streaming about different topics is very difficult. And I think, when I go outside and talk to y'all about, certain things to do with your content, you want to focus on things that matter. Now the jobs is cool. Yeah, if you have a 9 to 5, that's cool. Just get the hustle up and that's it. But if you're trying to do YouTube for money, if I was you, there's no retirement plan for it. You're going to have a balanced income, and you're going to have to, if you want to make some real money off of YouTube, you gotta have to have different platforms to grow. If you want to do this entertainment shit, you gotta at least have something going for you coming in, endless money going in. See, Charleston White, he figured it out. That's because you gotta have things going outside of YouTube. See, Marquise Brownlee is the standard. He does tech. That made him a lot of money, and that's what made him big. And not only that, he's got the platforms to back him up. That's just chump change. His real money is in endorsements. If you don't have endorsement money, they won't take you down. You're standard on this platform. They're gonna protect you more than these damn moderators and these monetized bitch ass channels that you see that be sucking dick to the blue pill relationship contents all the day. Sorry to say that. I'm gonna say pause on that, but that's what these dudes be doing. But anyways, so with that, until next time, shalom to the people, Israel and the Gentiles. Until next time, and I'll see y'all soon on the Wednesday after next, and we'll talk about some more of this drama and then this circus era. We're gonna see. So with that.